Hello everyone, this is Mike the Truck Bandit again. I'm back again with Jay from Severson Trucks, and he's going to talk about the hottest new technology that Volvo came out with. And you can probably see the tire off the ground there, so let's hear what Jay has to say.
Yeah, so this configuration is a Volvo 630. It's a 6x2. And so what a 6x2 is basically a 6x4 configuration, but it has one live drive. That's why they call it a 2. So we were doing this in the past where the rear axle was the dead axle, if you will, and that would adjust air pressure based on traction, but it wouldn't actually lift. The only way it would lift by air pressure reduction. So what's come out now is a fully automated, it's adaptive loading is what it's called. And so with that, we've redirected it to the front axle. The rear axle's got a locking rear diff, so it's got good traction, actually probably better traction than some trucks with duals.
Oh, that locks up.
Yeah, so it's full locking, so there's not a traction issue with this setup. But what's cool about this is that it's adaptive loading, but automatically adaptive. So meaning, if I have an empty trailer on that, it's going to lift that axle automatically. If I'm running diminishing loads and my load gets to a level where it senses that it's enough to where I can haul that legally on one axle, it'll raise that axle. So we've got to where it's fully automated. Can you override it? It's programmed in. There are buttons on the dash where you can override it, and there are different functions where if you're worried about traction, slow pull, things where you have to have an axle down, you can lock it down automatically. You can also lift it automatically, but if you just let it be, it'll go on its own and move on its own. I have some of these in operation already. The fleet that I'm trying these in, I also ran the other 6x2s in, and we're running those in both standard configurations, meaning an overdrive I-shift with a 308 ratio, and then we're also doing a XE configuration. So we're trying to better what we can. I have the previous ones that I've done with the old style 6x2 are getting 8.4 miles per gallon. Those are running at 60 miles an hour. We just put 2 of these in and we have more on order. And he is doing a real good job of communicating with us. Peter Blond was largely behind the design of this, and he's an engineer with Volvo. He's a friend of mine. We work very closely with him with the data. We communicate weekly with the customer to try to determine what's going on so that we can make it better. And Ryan Ferguson is the customer that's running these for me. He's doing an outstanding job, but he's also caring about what he's doing proper speeds, so things are right, but we're also able to touch base every week and get the information that we need, which is helping them with also what they're doing design-wise, programming-wise, ride-wise, tire wear, a lot of different variables that come into play with it. As the future progresses, this will be what we're seeing. You know, if it works the way it should, you're going to have less tire wear, you're going to have less brake wear, less maintenance. It just makes sense. Also, you're going to get better fuel economy.
How's the ride? You know, you lift that axle up, is it, still ride?
The ride is good, yes. We had a little bit of tire slap with the old system just because it let a little bit of air out, and sometimes we get a little tire slap. This is perfect. It's on top of it, so it's really worked well. Been a long time coming. They're just putting these out into service now. I put a couple of the first ones they build out there. We're having a lot of good luck with it. We'll continue to. Volvo, in my mind, is on the front side, very front side of the industry as far as fuel economy. Obviously, safety they always have been, but fuel economy is what the push is with this type of product, and it's working very well.
And so like you were, in the other video that we were talking about, you were kind of working with your customers after you sell them the truck. You still do that with this type of system? Or is it kind of almost like mandatory where you want to kind of help them out?
With this one, it's almost more so. The other one is kind of, hey, drive this way, do this, reprogram it, and it makes it a little easier. With this, we need to know, we've adjusted air pressures. We've done several different things that way where ride heights, etc., trying to get things right. Now, I believe Peter's got it in line now where that's all working right, but it'd be somewhat foolish to assume that. So we are constantly talking, constantly sharing data, sharing pictures of tire wear, of operation when it's running, trying to make sure that it's proper.
Excellent, thank you. Well, thanks again for watching, and check out the next videos that we have. We're probably heading on over to the CNG truck. They got more technology at Volvo, so check us out.